What are the keys for Ryan to be victorious that night?
Be himself and understand that this fight means more than a fight that he fought with Tank Davis. Prove and believe, and also understand that, you know, you don't get too many cracks or bite at the apple.
In my mind, going to help Ryan because he's a good kid. He's a good person. You need to help him, and the people around him need to help him. So I feel a little sad for him because you know he need to have a good person, good people around him to hey Ryan, let's go, take it easy, slow down, and then we'll see.
Who do you think wins that one?
Ryan.
Ryan's gonna win, yeah? Knockout.
I hope so.
You lot think I'm joking? I bet any money Barrios stops Garcia. I bet you any money. I'm not even joking. Barrios stops Garcia. He's gonna fumble the bag, so I need to make my money back on him.
What kind of Ryan do we expect coming into that fight versus Mario Barrios?
I don't know. What are you guys all expecting?
You know, there's something that keeps on saying, and I kind of agree to it, that we're uncertain what kind of Ryan we're going to get. Gotta give me something, Rolly.
I tell you, for all we know, he might still have PTSD from me.
Ryan is one of those kids that we don't know. If he comes out and has that great training camp and great preparation, is in great shape, he could go out and win by knockout, but we don't know. We don't know. Ryan hasn't showed, you know, there's fights where he's sensational, but next fight he doesn't.
Boxing pros are split on Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. Garcia's speed and power make him dangerous, but concerns about his discipline linger. Pros debate whether Garcia's explosiveness can overcome Barrios' size and consistency.
From the outside looking in, he's got to focus. You got to focus because a big part of the preparation is just not the physical part; it's the mental preparation. And to fight at an elite level, it's hard to kind of do everything. You know, and I know firsthand. You know, when you're fighting at the highest level, you got to have tremendous amount of focus.
Yeah. Barrios, any money stops Garcia. I am 100% confident.
Greg Hackett has cast doubt on Ryan Garcia's readiness for Mario Barrios, questioning his focus and preparation. He labeled the bout a true 50-50 fight, stressing that Garcia must rely on more than his trademark left hook.
It's a new breed to start getting the big stages as well with some good competition. But yeah.
I mean, I think Ryan and Barrios is actually a good fight because when have we seen Ryan in the ring with somebody his height? You know what I'm saying? So I think we're looking at a real boxing match. Could he overwhelm Barrios? Yeah, but where is he mentally? Ryan Garcia has been spending time with YouTubers and streamers and like that. He ain't really been training. So what type of Ryan are we getting? I mean, are we gonna get the front runner Ryan who go in there and try his best for 2-3 rounds and then bullshit for the rest of the fight? Or is we gonna get this Ryan that's really trying to go in there and do damage? Barrios at the same time, he questions himself at times, and I think that's his biggest downfall. He get in that ring and sometimes he questions his own abilities. So therefore, that could either make for a great fight or it could be a bullshit fight.
Hackett emphasized concerns about Garcia's discipline and commitment heading into this challenge.
Who you favor in the fight?
I think it's a 50-50 fight. I think the height plays a major part. I think the jab of Barrios plays a major part if he apply that jab. But Ryan got to show more than the left hook. At the same time, Ryan can punch. Barrios, if he turned on, then he looked good.
Teddy Atlas stressed that opponents must remain calm under his size and relentless pressure. He often questioned whether fighters with flashy styles could sustain focus and discipline when adversity strikes, warning that talent alone isn't enough against Barrios' durability.
Favorite fighters in the whole world. He's moved up from like whatever. Incredible weight. People forget about that. That's why I brought it up. How many weight classes this man has really moved up. Incredible. Just incredible. But now, yeah, Barrios wouldn't be as big as those other guys, but he's still a guy that's confident. He's a guy that's a world champion. He's a guy who throws a lot of punches. He's a guy who's younger, who's active, you know, who I know you can't go by this guy beat this guy, but he could beat that guy, but he could beat this guy, but you can't go by that in my business, in this business, because styles make fights. But you're right.
Keith Thurman got heated during an interview when a reporter insisted Ryan Garcia's punching power would translate to welterweight. Thurman pushed back, saying knockouts at lightweight don't automatically prove strength at 147 pounds.
So you think Ryan's got a bigger punch than that? Bigger punch than, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when Ryan touches you
No, when he touches lightweights, see, he hasn't dropped real welterweights.
Okay, yep.
Is there even a real welterweight in the welterweight division? I think Conor Benn's the only real welterweight left at 147. So this new welterweight game is lightweights moving up, okay? There's no OG 147. And with that, I can't give Ryan the credit you're trying to give him.
Okay.
Yeah, with that.
How likely is it though, with those names that you're like, 47 looks pretty good?
Oh my gosh, I mean, I could eat him up like Tic Tacs, baby. I mean, I already beat Mario Barrios, schooled him. He's champion and remaining champion. He got back-to-back draws. That's a history in the making. Not an entertaining one, but it's history in the making. Drawing, so let's see if Ryan can, beat him. And then, like I said, they're all lightweight.
He argued real power must be shown against natural welterweights, not smaller fighters moving up. The debate turned tense as he repeated that Garcia still needs proof, emphasizing that reputation and social media hype cannot replace performances in the ring.
They're playing with fire once again, stepping into somebody else's territory once again, But, it's boxing, man, and we want to make great fights, and sometimes it takes great names to sell big fights. And so we are, like I said, I already slapped Mario Barrios up, outclassed him, so it would take Ryan to get a...
Veteran trainer Jeff Mayweather believes a Mario Barrios victory over Ryan Garcia could reshape his career in a major way. Winning would firmly establish Barrios as a true WBC welterweight champion and significantly boost his profile and earning power in a stacked division, drawing worldwide attention.
I mean, he has a great chance of winning.
So if Barrios does win, what's the path to victory?
Well, if Barrios wins, I mean, there's other big names. I mean, there's a lot of big names out there right now with a lot of these young fighters, and so, I mean, to continue on this path by continuing to fight bigger names.
If Ryan wins, though, what will be the reason? Would you say speed, power, timing, or IQ?
I think speed, power. Ryan's a great fighter when he seems to be all together. But in all honesty, he shouldn't be fighting for a world title again. It just lost. And now he's fighting for a world title.
Jeff Mayweather commented on Garcia's behavior and approach surrounding his bout with Devin Haney, suggesting Ryan played down his training and professionalism, which raised questions about how seriously some experts view his readiness at the elite level. Mayweather implied that Garcia was not training seriously. Garcia fooled everyone in the boxing world, and people assumed he shouldn't be in big fights due to perceived unprofessionalism.
I'm just being honest, he should not be fighting for a world title. And he's just coming off a loss. But the reality is what I said before. Social media is the reason why. Because Mario Barrios, even though he's a champion, he needs Ryan Garcia to get a big payday.
What do you think is the biggest weakness that Ryan still hasn't fixed yet?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's his ability to fight. I don't think there's nothing wrong there. I think his mental. His mental because every time you don't know if he's playing or if he's, actually really going through something. So, I mean, I would say mental.
Trainer Robert Garcia weighed in on Ryan Garcia's recent coaching changes, noting it's unusual for a top fighter to cycle through so many elite trainers and then return to being trained solely by his dad. He pointed out that Ryan has worked with world-class coaches, including Eddie Reynoso, Joe Goosen, and Derek James, all highly respected in boxing. Yet now he's chosen to train with his father, who originally coached him as a youngster. Robert suggested that going back to Henry isn't inherently bad since Henry knows Ryan well from the amateurs, but questioned why Garcia would pass on some of the best professional trainers available. He implied that the decision seems to reflect Ryan's control over his career rather than a strategic upgrade of his training team, hinting that consistency and high-level coaching could be crucial for his success at the elite championship level.
He comes out and has that great training camp and great preparation, is in great shape. He could go out and win by knockout, but we don't know. We don't know. Ryan hasn't showed, there's fights where he looks sensational, but next fight he doesn't. And that just happened with Haney, and then the next fight against Rollis didn't look too good. So we don't know what we're gonna see with Ryan. I hope to, I like Ryan. He's a great dude, Southern California, great kid, great. But having to be with three of the top trainers and not being able to train with neither of them, and now going back to his dad, I don't know. There's questions there. Is that gonna work? Is he doing it because he doesn't want to work harder? He wants to call the shots, and his dad's gonna do whatever he wants. We don't know. I don't know. If it was his dad, he would stay with him his whole career and never have